TCL recently launched new models of air purifiers. In this review, we'll test the TCL breeva A3. It's an air purifier with several advanced options, designed for rooms up to 246 square feet. We'll see how it performs and how it turned out in our tests in this video. But before we get started, press the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Before you start up your device for the first time, you'll need to get it ready for operation. The first thing to do after unpacking the device is to remove the filter from the device. You must then unpack the filter from the plastic bag and return it to the device. Now you can place the device in the desired location, at least 15 inches from the wall or other objects. Plug it in and switch it on. The TCL breeva A3 is a modern air purifier with a premium feel, characterized by its premium plastic and exceptional craftsmanship. In addition to its stunning and unusual design, it also features ambient light, a warm yellow color. The futuristic design and modern look contribute to the A3 fitting into almost any home. The A3 is currently only available in the classic black color. Where the A3 fell a bit short was its lack of handles to carry the device. The filter is located at the bottom, while the motor is at the top. Therefore, the breeva A3 draws air through the holes at the bottom half of the device. The air is then filtered and exits through the grills at the top. The control buttons are located at the top of the device. The buttons are arranged in a line horizontally. They are touch-sensitive, intuitive, and precise. The buttons located on the top of the device are the on-off button to switch the device on or off, mode button to switch between sleep, speed 1, speed 2, speed 3, and auto mode, the timer button, the filter reset button, the air quality indicator, the brevaShield button, the child lock button, which is activated by holding your finger for 3 seconds, and finally, the ambient light button, which is used to switch on the night light. For more information on the A3 breeva Air Purifier, please visit airpurifierfirst.com. The dual sensor is what sets the TCL breeva A3 Air Purifier apart from the competition. It's very rare to find a device on the market with a combination of dust and VOC sensors. This sensor is placed inside, along with the filter. This position is perfect as most of the air passes through it. In this way, the sensor gives very accurate air quality readings. Smart sensors work in combination with some of the other options on the device. So the air quality indicator lights up in a different color depending on the current air quality in the room. In addition, the device changes the engine speed in automatic mode depending on the current air quality. The TCL Home app is available for Android and iOS devices. You can connect the breeva A3 to the TCL Home app, but it's not necessary. However, connecting to the app opens up additional advanced options that can only be used via the app. Once you have successfully connected the air purifier to the app and selected it, a window opens with additional options. Here, you can find a real-time air quality reading. Just below is the remaining filter life. Also, all the buttons you see on the device are also in the app. We would particularly highlight the possibility of adjusting the intensity of the night light and adjusting the favorite mode. Find more information about the app at airpurifierfirst.com. Filtration is an essential part of any air purifier, including this one. The Breeva A3 uses a classic 3-in-1 filter as the basic filtration layer. This filter contains a pre-filter, an H13 HEPA filter, and an activated carbon filter. The pre-filter is the first stage of filtration, designed to collect large dust particles, pet fur, and any other large particles, thus preserving and maintaining the life of the HEPA filter. Just below the pre-filter is the H13 HEPA medical filter, which is the second stage of filtration and captures up to 99.97% of allergens and pollutants. The third level of filtration is the activated carbon filter, responsible for neutralizing gases and odors. breevaShield is an additional technology that is turned on when needed and adds extra layers of filtration. If you switch on breevaShield, the device activates the ionizer and UVC light, further helping to filter the air in the room. You can find a detailed explanation of this technology at airpurifierfirst.com. The Breeva A3 uses a filter reset indicator that lets you know when it's time to change the filter. Filters of this model last on average between 3 and 6 months. It all depends on where the air purifier is used and how often it is maintained. It's recommended to clean the pre-filter with a vacuum cleaner at least once a month. To change the filter on the A3 Breeva, you must first switch off the appliance. Then turn it upside down. Immediately afterward, unscrew the cover and remove the old filter from the machine. It's recommended to vacuum the inside of the device with a vacuum cleaner. After that, unpack the new filter, insert it into the device, and close the bottom. The last step is to reset the filter reset indicator by holding your finger on the filter reset button for 3 seconds. When it comes to noise, it's important to say that the device has many different engine speeds so that each user can adjust it accordingly. The Breeva A3 uses a sleep mode and 3 different speeds. Sleep mode is an exceptional option that, combined with ambient light, is a perfect fit if you plan to use the device in the bedroom. The Breeva A3 produces 41.8 dBA of sound in sleep mode, 46.5 dBA on speed 1, 60.7 dBA on speed 2, and 65.8 dBA on speed 3. As you can see, the volume is higher at the third speed, which could be disturbing for some users. The Breeva A3 is an air purifier with a power output of only 38 watts. Considering the very high airflow it produces and the excellent motor performance, this is not much power. The Breeva A3 at full speed 24 hours a day will spend about $2.50 USD of electricity for the month. We can both agree that this is not a very high cost. Note that the ambient light switched on consumes an additional 2.4 watts, while breevaShield, when switched on, consumes an additional 1 watt of power. Suppose we calculate the price of replacement filters, which need to be changed between 3 to 6 months on average, with the cost of electricity consumption. In that case, we can say that the Breeva A3 Air Purifier is a maintenance-worthy unit. The TCL Breeva A3 is an air purifier designed for rooms up to 246 square feet. We have tested the device in a room of the appropriate dimensions. The test was carried out in a room of 320 square feet. The machine was running at maximum speed, improving the air quality by about 94% in just 60 minutes. This is an excellent result, especially considering that the test was carried out in a room slightly larger than recommended. The Breeva A3 has demonstrated its quality and met expectations in the performance test. The A3 Air Purifier was placed in a glass box filled with smoke. See how long it takes this air purifier to remove all the smoke from the glass box. It's not very difficult to report a conclusion and a recommendation to buy after an air purifier meets all the criteria and even exceeds expectations. One such air purifier is the TCL Breeva A3, which, in addition to its excellent performance, is also easy to maintain, as well as full of advanced options and accessories that make it an even more complete and better choice. We absolutely recommend the TCL Breeva A3 as a best buy for all users who want clean, fresh, and good quality air in the house. See the detailed review at airpurifierfirst.com. All links can be found in the video description. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and click subscribe. That's it for now.